Hey guys, how's it going? Penn here. I don't know me. I make gameplay videos every so often. And today we're looking at this really good game that's in on Steam Greenlight. I think it's in early access or whatever. This whole Steam beta thing's got me kind of confused, all the terms and all that. This game is interesting. It's called Exanima, obviously. And it's supposed to be an entirely physics-based, like, fighting sword adventure game. Again, it's early in beta, so they don't have, like... Yeah, the male and female are, like, modified versions of each other, so you always start out nude, it's funny. So yeah, you'll see what I mean by, like, an entirely physics-based system when we get in the game. But, it's very interesting. Looks derpy as hell. Like, derpy. Just like a drunken medieval bar fight. It's fantastic. And it always lags for a minute after you click create. So yeah, there's two modes to this game. There's Arena, where you go and you just fight a gauntlet of enemies one after the other. And, oh god, that glorious standing up animation. And this is supposed to be like the dungeon crawly exploring mode. So as you can see, it's isometric. You can control the camera angle a tad. Zoom in and out. You know, use space to look in the direction of the mouse cursor. Weirdly enough, this game has Resident Evil controls. It's tank controls. So I have to press forward, back, left, and right. And honestly, this is like the biggest learning curve of the game, is figuring out how the hell to, like, I'm doing this, I'm just kind of dicking around, is learning how to navigate, like, using that mindset. Especially because it feels so heavy. Like, I'm holding down D to turn and takes a bit. You know, it's not the most graceful. It feels like you're a drunken medieval dungeon crawler, I guess. So you open inventory pressing I, you can drag stuff to it, and equip it like that. It's pretty groovy. I'm actually going to go over here. And you can also use right mouse. If you hold down right mouse, you will move in the direction you're dragging. I want to go over here, though, so I can grab this lid. I said grab this. Oh, I need to drag it from my inventory. This lid is actually one of the best shields in the game, hands down. So you interact with the world by just clicking and dragging things that you can interact with. Some things have like dialogue bubbles that tell you what they are. Like if I click on this iron metal stake, apparently it's not half bad. Oh, that's pretty bad. It has no weight. So yeah, you'll probably get to see a bit how the combat works, but I might just show it off right here, just because it's kind of simple. Well, it's open right here, so, and there's no risk of dying. So when you press tab, you enter combat mode, your cursor changes to this red thing, and you will always look in the direction of the cursor. Now what gets to be kind of confusing is that if I'm just pressing W, and now I'm moving relative to the mouse position, which is interesting. They do this so that it's easier to strafe around stuff, which I don't 100% dig. I don't know, I've gotten kind of used to it, but I don't know if it's the best thing to do. I decided to make this video actually because they updated the game yesterday, I think, July something, 11th I think, I don't know what day it is. They kind of improved the smoothness of the swinging. So when you're in combat mode, you press left mouse button to just swing. And if you hold it down and you have the proper skill, you'll swing back and forth. But right now I only have this one. Oh, it's at the skills menu and I chose to have the better parry. So yeah, you just click to do that. Or if you want to do the other side, you put your mouse over the shoulder and you do like a backhand swing. And you can actually make the swing slightly stronger, I think, by following it. Yeah, so you kind of have to like swing into combat and there's no lock on, so you keep your mouse focused on the enemy as you're fighting them and just kind of physics it around a bit. It's interesting. Incredibly difficult. In the update they added, they made that like automatic swing a little bit more aggressive. Before it was kind of just like a limp little but now it's actually like a swing. And there's an enemy right there. Enemies are interesting, they're like zombies, and they don't necessarily attack you right off the bat. So you have like a split second to close the door, maybe they just leave you alone. Sometimes they're like totally unaggressive and they don't care what you're doing. So I waited for him to leave, and I'm closing the door. So I wish I could zoom the camera in a bit more, actually, because there's stuff in the environment that's so minute that it's hard to really notice, especially because the color scheme is so bland. I mean, it's cool, but it becomes difficult at times. But there's like a book here that I can click on, and it'll, gives me some lore. It's like a story is kind of like a pick it up as you go type thing. As you can see, there's a hammer over there, so I'll take that hammer, and now I can fight. Like, I tried to fight before, but I would have got my ass kicked because I had no weapons. I think, actually, is that a bone saw right there? Oh, it's a hand saw, yeah. That's good. I actually prefer the bladed weapons in this game for the most part, just because they seem to deal more damage. And also, the whole blade is the sweet spot. Like, it's interesting. Dealing damage with weapons depends on, like, what part of the weapon makes contact with what part of the opponent's body. So if I'm using a hammer and I'm hitting them with the handle because I'm not at the correct distance, I'm like swinging into them, the handle's hitting them, it won't do that much damage. And part of the update, that's kind of what always ended up happening, and you end up doing a really limp swing anyway. But that's been remedied somewhat. There's some key issues with the combat that I still have that we might be able to see if I get far enough in this. I'll try to explain them as they're happening so I can like kind of break down what I think this game can improve on. So yeah, enemy's seen us, he's not sure what to do about us. If we swing at him, he'll become aggressive. And I think if he gets close enough, he'll feel threatened and then become aggressive. So we're trying to get the first swing. And it begins. I should have equipped my shield, dropped the torch and equipped the shield. So yeah, this looks kind of silly, but it plays really interestingly, because there's kind of a lot of metagaming going on. Because you can stop in the middle of any swing and go into a guarding position, and all you have to do to guard is keep the mouse in that direction, which is super convenient. So right now I'm actually automatically guarding. I actually won, sweet! Combat is not easy by any means in this game. Every victory feels very substantial because it is not easy to win. That's the same shirt. There's a lot of loot to get too. I found quite a bit of stuff. Health works interestingly as well. When it goes down, it stays kind of yellow. That health can be recovered over time. But if I get hit hard enough, or in certain areas of my body, that health is permanently gone until I get a healing potion, which are super rare. So your goal is kind of to make sure you don't get hit in a very fatal or, punishing way. I think there's a compass over here. Yeah, okay. So this is kind of what I mean when I say that zooming in a bit farther than this would really help. Because like you can zoom out, which works fine. But maybe your mouse should just like automatically highlight stuff that it goes over. Because this is a compass right here. And it's kind of hard to notice otherwise. There's also stuff like a lot of containers and a lot of stuff in the environment that you can actually open and search that I actually didn't realize you could do for a long time, so I started watching gameplay videos to try to figure out how to get good at this game's combat. Because again, it is not easy by any means. The initial hurdle I had was that I kept running into stuff while fighting, and I would end up tripping all over my feet because, like, see if I run into this stuff, I can actually trip. And if I trip while an enemy's trying to fight me, or if I'm like strafing over this log and it's screwing up my footing, then odds are the enemy can get a good critical strike on me, which is not good. I think I was talking about something earlier that was somewhat important. This is really like a low-key thing. I really enjoy what this game's going for in terms of like its difficult combat and interesting approach to controls, so I just felt like doing this video. Oh, crap. Yeah, see, he's using a sword, so I have permanent damage now. I think one thing that the game... Oh, that's right, things that I have issue with. One thing that the game can really improve on is the spacing. Because the issue I always have is that I try to get close to the enemy to swing, and I end up just like falling into his arms. And it turns into a weird like hugging match. No, this is not... Oh, shh! Oh, God! I gotta get away from the store. That was goofy as hell, but it worked. I gotta get away from the store. Okay. Go! God, it's hard to do commentary and play at the same time. Honestly, this is taking more of my brain to think of what to say and playing at the same time than I thought it would. Like, this is not an easy game. When you get more pieces of armor, you rarely ever get red damage. Okay, good, good, good. What was he using? Handsome. He's using the same thing I am. Jeez. Yeah, the armor system in this game is interesting as well. Wearing armor essentially negates the permanent damage from like almost all blades and most blunt weapons. You know, you need to get hit really hard in order for it to actually cause permanent damage. Which I suppose is pretty realistic in a sense. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get away from that guy because it's a freaking axe, and I don't want to deal with that right now. Bidding. Groovy. So yeah, your goal in the beginning, it's definitely a scavenging type game at the beginning because you're just trying to get everybody's loot. That should work, I guess. Again, this is a dark game, so I'm like keeping the torch out a lot just to make sure everything's visible, even though I essentially know where everything is. It's hard to muddle with your inventory during combat, so, oh crap. Please don't chase me. Please don't chase me. Also, doors are very hard to open due to, like, camera angle perspective and all that, so I really don't know if they can improve that, though. It's kind of inherent to this type of game. I realized also that some of these barrels you can open by just, like, clicking on the lid and dragging it away. And this guy I might have to fight. He has a pole, which could be really, really bad. Go away, yes. Good. What I need is in here. It's interesting because I'm not sure, in regards to like this game's difficulty due to its control scheme and all that, if it's a very legitimate decision, I suppose. It's like, the game controls really weird. I'm not necessarily sure that's a good thing. It's certainly an interesting thing. But the fact that it's very difficult just because of the way you control it is interesting. God, and picking up stuff is hard. Again, being able to zoom in farther would probably remedy that issue. Okay, so now that I have a lot more coverage, I'll probably not take very much damage from, like, slashing stuff. Light slashing stuff, anyway. That guy's axe would still fuck me up. Again, much like the medieval ages. I keep saying medieval, but I guess this is just fantasy. But much like those times, most people died from concussions due to the weapons they're being hit from. You know, that's how knights died. That's why maces are so deadly against knights. In Fire Emblem, and in real life, I suppose. So I got that key. What? Oops, I turned around somehow. That was weird as hell. Got that key. That key is for a room all the way back where we started. Door. There we go. I know there's a hatchet. There's some enemies in these side rooms. These are like side rooms with a bit of loot. I haven't explored them very thoroughly because, again, exploration generally winds up in death in this game if you don't know the area you're exploring. You will die several times, and it will be frustrating. But it's pretty rewarding. I feel pretty satisfied doing anything in this game, which is nice. I think if they expand on the world building and all that, this can be something really special. And refine the combat a bit more, because again, it is still fairly wank. So I have this, like, parry skill or riposte or something. I don't know how it works. It's supposed to make my counter strikes faster, but like go from guarding to striking faster, but and you're probably catching a good glimpse of the issue that I keep citing, that it's hard to keep your range proper. There we go. And I doubt he has anything worth taking. Nope. Yeah, it works as you'd imagine in terms of like how weapons compare to each other. That axe, you know, good damage if you can land it. And again, it has that sweet spot, which I'm not very good at hitting very precisely, so, you know, the sweet spot being the blade. I don't think there's anything in here, actually. What a bummer. I could be looking more thoroughly. I could be moving stuff over and, like, you know, checking underneath these. But it takes a long time, and there's not very much loot in this game. So it's kind of a waste of time. And that's a person. And they're very angry. And he has good armor. He has my same armor, so this probably isn't gonna go very well. And I'm tripping over stuff. This isn't going well. And he is super aggressive, which I might be able to use my advantage if I can figure out how to get this stupid parry strike working. Ah, fuck. Oh, crap! He just cracked me over the head. Dang. So yeah, that's Exanima. It's pretty good. I'm really digging it. It's really satisfying to do a lot of things in this game, and I enjoy what it's going for. I think if it polishes itself up a good bit, add some variety to the world, it can be really fun. Right now, I know you go down several floors and there's a boss or two, I think, but I've never actually gotten far enough to do it, which is fascinating. It's kind of nice having a game where I'm like, it's difficult enough to where I haven't even gone past the first level, and I feel like that's a good thing. And this is the arena mode where you just fight gauntlets of enemies, getting more and more difficult. But you can't loot them, so you can get their stuff and... Dang! Yeah, I'm really digging what the update did to swinging. I just really need to work on my spacing so that I don't keep running into my enemy's arms. Wow, I'm doing fantastic. Let's keep this momentum going. You can also crouch, like to try and crouch under their swings. That seems like a bad idea almost all the time, so I never do it. Holy crap, I'm kicking ass. This is fantastic. Oh, God. See what I did right there is I let go of the mouse at the very last second, so I switched from swing to a guard. Go! Go! Did I win? Oh my god, I am doing great. Give me your stuff. I'm gonna do it this time. I'm gonna beat the novice arena. This is gonna be fantastic. Dude, we got this. We got this. That was like right in the face. It looked like incredibly painful. Dang. Desperately trying to escape that corner. Getting cornered in this is virtually death. Dang. Oh my god, we're doing great. We're doing great, guys. We're doing great. I can't believe this. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, I definitely want the leather vest. Okay. And I probably want these boots too. And the arm brace things. He has like the same sword. This could be bad. Prior to the update, I had a really cheap strategy going where I would just run into the enemy and hope that I would trip them up by just slamming my body into them, and hope that they weren't able to turn that into an opportunity to cause damage. Oh man, that was close. Oh shoot! I got gamed right there. A lot of, you can cancel your blows anytime but then go with the mouse. So there's a lot of like, oh man, that was good. What the hell is happening to his arms right there? So there's a lot of feigning of blows in the combat. Oh god, that was good. God damn it. Crap! Oh man, that was good. I'm doing the clapping gesture from Bloodborne. So yeah, this game, really tense, pretty good. I like where it's going. Needs some work, but I think I can get there. Yeah, it's on Steam. I think it's around $15, which I think is pretty hefty actually for what this game has to offer right now. But I think give it like a good, I don't know, 2 months or so, and I think it'll be really good. So yeah, thanks guys. Penn Plays. Leave a like, subscribe, do whatever. YouTube. Well, I don't actually have a hotkey to stop recording. Oh god.